Hello, everybody. You are all welcome again back to the Honorable Talk Show. Today's segment or episode, I'm going to talk to one of my sons. He's here. He's going to mention his name. Then we continue from there. So if you are here, please kindly like, subscribe, and share to others, and comment as well and share to others for them to also be part of this program. So I will quickly pick my son. Hello.
Hello, guys. My name is Simon Tedros. I'm a first-year undergraduate student here at Mankato State University, and yeah.
Okay, so Simon said he's in Mankato State University. So for those who do not understand the English language, there's Simon can say also Mankato State College. Now, see, I'm about to Simon say, "Hey, fan of free." We have to know where Simon comes from. We don't know whether he was born in the States or he was born in wherever. So we have to know a little bit about Simon. So Simon, you're going to tell us where you were born, your parents, where you come from, and if you can say a little bit of your language.
Yeah, so my ethnicity is Eritrean, so it's a relatively small country that's bordered by like Ethiopia and Egypt, and yeah, my parents are both from there, yeah. And then I can't really, you know what I'm saying, I can understand the language relatively. I unfortunately cannot speak it, right? I kind of sound like a fob in some cases, yeah. Yeah.
So a little shout out to all Eritreans. We have your son here. So Simon, I asked you, were you born in Eritrea or you were born in the States?
I was born in the States, yeah. I was born here in St. Paul, Minnesota. My parents, as I mentioned, were both, yeah, born in Eritrea. And my older brother was born in Texas. So, yeah, there's that.
Okay. So can you also tell us a little bit about how you started school, where you graduated your high school from and all that?
Yeah. So I started out, let's really look back. Okay, so in St. Paul, I went to I think it was like a Head Start facility. I went there, and then I moved here. We went to Red Rock Elementary for preschool, and then Bailey Elementary School for my elementary years, Woodbury Middle School for my middle school years, and then Woodbury High School for my high school years. And then, yeah, then I graduated. Yeah.
All right. Great. Nti the assignment kind na so say you won America ha. Ya won Eritrea na de ba ye won America ha. Nti the assignment say you won America ha de na bisa no one naughty question. Simon, do you clean your room?
Do I clean my room? Yeah. Most days no, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I have a traditional case of OCD. I look at my room like, wow, it's just like a pig's nest in there, and it's like, yeah. So now, you know, I lock in, you know, say I get the Swifter out, vacuum, you know, fold my clothes, do my laundry, etc. Yeah.
Great. Yes, the reason why I asked Simon this question is, my parents baby abrochi, especially you're dealing with your mano abrochi hano. We know how difficult it is to get them to clean their rooms. That is why I asked Simon whether he cleans his room. But the description or the explanation he's giving, meaning he's trying. So good job, Simon. Good job. So getting back to your schooling. Mm-hmm. So you said you graduated from Woodbury High School and then you went to Mankato. Yeah. So is this your first year of college?
Yeah. So yeah, it's my first year of college. Yeah. I'm studying computer science, hopefully specializing in cybersecurity. And dream job of mine is to work, not even just for the FBI, just like somewhere like cyber crimes division or something correlated with like the cybersecurity field.
Okay. So why among all the colleges or all the universities, why Mankato?
Why Mankato? It provides really good like tuition costs, right? So it's really affordable for like most students who go there. The financial aid is phenomenal, I would say. Outside of that, let me think. The social aspect is pretty great. I'm not gonna lie. There is, I mean, for many people who go there, they could see a lack of diversity, but for me, I see, I'm saying, a lot of POCs, a lot of, like, you see a lot of people in the Habesha community, a lot of people in the Somali community. I see some of that, but also, you know, just like, even just like conversating, just like, you know, like your white peers, it's not crazy. That's just from my experience. But yeah, there's that. And then educational side, it's been pretty great so far. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Simon. So, my next question to Simon, or what Simon is trying to say also to all the young ones out there, to parents. So, Simon is also, in other words, recommending Mankato to other students. So if you are looking for college, I think Mankato can also be one of your choice of schools, because he said it's financially it's okay. You can have some financial aids and you can get some help and all that. So yeah. So if you are looking for a school, just start thinking about Mankato too. So Simon, are you really liking it over there?
Am I really liking it over there? I wouldn't say I've been homesick, but it's like without my car, I just low-key been kind of stranded in Mankato. And it's low-key been kind of hard to just like, not only, I mean, it's not hard for me to like reach out to my peers and be like, hey, what's good? But it's more just like the hanging out, right? Because everybody's so busy. They got homework, they got extracurriculars, they got, stuff going on in their lives that it's like kind of hard to just like hang out on the weekend. So then, it does breed some like loneliness, I would say. But yeah, I mean, relatively, yeah. So far, I've been liking it so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm pretty sure this is your first time moving away from your parents, right? And if this is your first time moving away from your parents, how are you managing that too?
How I'm managing that. First thing, right? You need something financially coming in, right? You need a part-time job, work study program, like maybe even your parents, if you can ask them, they're cool with that. Like some type of money rolling in, because like groceries, utilities, just like everything that like seems commonplace for a lot of people, just like grabbing like a cereal box like from your fridge, right? It just like it starts just like it really just starts totaling up. Then even if you bring your car, even just like considering that, you got gas to consider, right? And then I don't know, it's just like a lot of stuff to really consider for that. I'm also trying to think. Also, be careful about the type of people you surround yourself around too. It is cool to party, right? But like, don't overdo it. Overconsumption of alcohol and drugs, you know what I'm saying? It's a serious issue that I see a lot like amongst my peers, I would say. And yeah.
Okay. So basically what Simon is trying to tell us is the parents are not there. So it is up to him to make better decisions. The time that he goes to lectures or class. I don't know how you guys call it, lectures?
Yeah, we could usually just call it like lectures or classes.
Oh,
Yeah.
classes. Okay. So yeah, he has to make the choice of going to class on time, doing his assignments, and then getting a side job too, because you cannot dump everything on your parents. You also have to get some side jobs so that you can get certain things for yourself as well. So Simon, let's talk about campus life. Is that like a campus life? Do you live on the campus, or you live in your own apartment, or how is that feeling, or how does it look over there?
So for me, I wouldn't say, oh yeah, I lucked out a little bit. I'm over at Stadium Heights apartment, so it's considered a on-campus housing facility, and I lucked out with a single room, so I got my own room. I don't have to worry about like sharing with another roommate, and like worrying about like any grime, dust, anything like that could have any grudges towards my roommates in any way. I just have my own living space. That's pretty cool in my opinion. The one thing that I would have like found like an ick, I guess, about living on dorms is kind of the communal aspect, right? Because you got to share bathrooms, you have to share the laundry, and you have to worry about, say for example, that lucky sock, right? That could get lost, and then you start pointing fingers at people. You're like, dang, who on this full of shit? Da 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 da, right? So there's something to consider. And for me at Stadium Heights, we have on the third floor, we have our own laundry. So we just, dump it in there, boom. I really don't have to worry that much because I use my phone as a timer and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So have you ever cried or miss home?
No.
Why?
I love my parents to death, but I mean, I strive for independence for me personally. Like my mom, right? I understand where she's coming from. She's a very loving mom, very overprotective mom. I mess with that, right? It just shows she cares. It becomes overbearing for me as a son, right? Because I can't go out to do the things I like, because she's just so worried about my safety and stuff. She's just like, oh, you're hanging out with the wrong people. Oh, you see me kind of different, etc. Personally, it's like she doesn't really like. I don't know. I wouldn't. She doesn't get it. Essentially, I guess I could say that.
What is it that she doesn't get? What is it that your mom doesn't get?
I don't really know how to like put it into words, but I'm just gonna say that.
Okay, all right. So, Simon, what he's saying is very true. The kids that we have here, they strive for independence a lot, and we make them independent right from the word go, even when they are in primary school. Some of as parents or some parents have to go to work and they have no choice. They have no choice of, educating them or teaching them how to take the bus and all that. Sometimes we might leave them in the care of a babysitter and all that. So right from the word go, they know about independence. So it's not like us when we are back home, because I remember my first time in secondary school, because our high school, you guys call it high school, ours is called secondary school. Yeah. I cried when my parents took me to school because that was my first time I am separating myself from my parents. It was so hard for me. But for the kids that we have here, oh my God, around 15 years, they will start reminding you that, oh, I'll be 18 years soon and I want to leave the house. So did you also ever thought of that you were in a rush to leave home?
Kinda. But one thing I do want to add is that like just because you're striving for independence, right? It doesn't mean you should just like cut contact with your parents, right? Always be sure to like reach out, make like status update, what's going on in your life, right? Don't ever leave them out of the blue. But yeah, I don't know, really.
Yeah. Good. That's nice. So, yep. So, whilst you are in school, you need to be calling your parents and checking up on them, because some of the kids, once they take their bags from the house, that they are done. When the parents will hear from the time the parents will hear from them is when they are coming back home, and that is not good. So you have one of your colleagues here, Simon. He's trying to tell you, if you leave home for school, don't leave your parents in the dust. Remember to check on them, call them, and see how they're doing. So, Simon, do you ever miss home food too?
Yes, I'm not gonna lie. I mess with my, you know what I'm saying, my ethnic foods so hard. The thing is though, is that once you really start peeping like the smell, right? It does get really overbearing. I'm not gonna lie. Like one time I was heating up some injera, and that was like it produced like a very putrid scent over time. And my roommates commented on that. They're like, "Yo, what is that?" I was just like explaining it to them, and then I guess for that, but yes, I crave I crave my food so hard. Yeah.
So, does your mother cook and bring to you? Has she
Yeah.
ever done that?
Of course, yeah. She usually just like brings it in like Tupperware or like some kind of like, you know what I mean, container, so I could just like heat it up in like the oven or microwave or whatever. Yeah.
Wow. So right now, so if you are about to go to college, or you are in your high school, you are in your elementary school, preparing to go to college in future, these are some of the things Simon was trying to enlighten us on it. So you have to take a firm grip on some of these advice that he's given, and then you make your own note. Simon, thank you very much. But before we leave, do you have any message for your younger brothers and sisters out there, or to ask the parents? Do you think we are doing everything right? Do we sometimes yell at you guys? Do we?
Do you? I feel like you guys do a phenomenal job, all right, of just like taking care of us, right? Teaching us, right? It does get overbearing, maybe, but it's, you know what I mean? It's important to consider like how much your parents really truly do care for you at the end of the day. Cause like family is honestly first, in my opinion. It's like a huge value that I have, just like family overall. And yeah, that's something I can leave. That's probably it.
Good. So Simon is trying to tell all parents that, hey, you guys are doing wonderful jobs. Keep the good work up. Don't give up. Sometimes I know they can really be, they can be very, very naughty. But hey, we are not losing guard. We're still gonna keep our braces on and then work with them, and it shall be well. So do you want to say shout out to anybody before we leave?
Shout out to homie Aisha, Gifty's mom for having me here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Woodbury High. Shout out to my Mankato homies. And yeah.
And your parents.
My parents, I could add that too. Yeah, shout out to my family too. Love you guys.
Thank you so much, Simon, for having you on the Honorable Talk Show today. So next week, too, is going to be one of our wonderful and marvelous youth out there. It can be you. So if you need to talk to Honorable, too, yes, call the number 651-428-2663. My number again is 651-428-2663. And let's talk. This is just talking. It's not anything interview. We need to know what is going on with our youths, and so that we can, there are certain things, if parents we can correct or they can also correct, then we work together. Thank you. See you next time. Bye-bye.